Hey, welcome, all my right things. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Think right out here in the lab. What I do for you. I'm going way back for this lesson. I'm reaching for this one of these tidbits. So, you know the deal. Put your seatbelts on, get your popcorn. This may take a minute. Let's go. Writism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, the story for life. Got a nice one for you today. You tuning in and getting these lessons, showing me that I got to keep giving them. Why? If you tuning in, I'm going to keep giving them. So I appreciate you. Let's go. We got a good thing working. Let's rock. Know thyself. Oh, excuse me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life, and that's what it is, even if you're obsessed through mental and spiritual discipline will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers, followers, do just that. You're not following me just because you like, no, you follow me because you're going to get something that's going to benefit you, which is knowledge and understanding of thyself. Let's go. Know thyself is the question. You think you know yourself or you're not sure? Don't worry about it. Tune with me. I give you the information you need to make that poll, make that sure. You can be comfortable knowing thyself with the stuff I give you and you use it, you'll know. Let's go. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, it's simple. You teach them. That's why I appreciate you. I do what I do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not. You know I'm going with this one. And believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. Excuse me, I do. A person who knows not. We just did that. A person who knows now and knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. That's why I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right? Think, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. And I say I'm going back. I'm going back to at least 30 years or more. Okay. One of my first books. You see, it says signs and symbols. That was the signs and symbol of what? Primordial man. Predates all the nonsense. You see what's on there? He went to Egypt a long time ago. But he was dealing with Masonic order when he went there. He was just showing Masonic order. I got more information. But see that apron? Okay. You see this circle? Like a pizza, don't it? They cut pieces by the same 45-degree angle. Eight of them gives you a 360-degree circle. So 45-degree angle sliced into 8 pieces is a pizza slice. You see the circle in the square, the original concept before it was writing? The pyramid is built on this spectrum right there, circle in the square. Okay, the rectangle and circle fits in the square. But this is old information that before we had words, we had signs. Okay, they went to Egypt, and guess what? They went to Australia. They got the Aborigines, Arabian, what do they call them? The guys in Australia, the guys down under. Okay, the original man, they call him. Hey, guess what? Look at, we just saw this. Okay, you know who that is. We just got finished talking about that. We know who that is. Just the Mexicans. Every group of people had a way to communicate before we had words. We had pictures. You know who that is? But this is one of my first books. And my man, Albert Churchwell, great author. If you want to get some information, well, this was I was Masonically inclined. I went here to get Masonic information. Still use it. Why? Because the information come out of Egypt. How about this? This is in the first page of the book. Look here, right quick, before I get the lesson started. Yeah, that's the judgment scene. That's in all my books. He did it over 37 years ago. I did with my man Mutai Ashby because he got all the information. But I was doing it on him before I was into Egypt. I just was a Mason. I was just getting Masonic information, but in search of the truth. That's my point right there. So you got knowledge that you in search of. You want the truth, so you're gonna have to do some work. I did that years ago. I'm trying to make it easier for you. Searching truth, check me out. That's what I got for you. Moving on. So, right thinkers, let's talk about how pictures speak louder than words spiritually. Esoteric knowledge is based on how you think, what you see, how you discern what you see, and somebody can break it down for you, and you can compartmentalize it and use it to your discretion. It's the same concept I use with my Egyptian god and goddesses. They did it for Masonic order. I did that too, so I know both sides. Let's rock. Hopefully that'll be to my advantage. Before we had writings, we had Medunata, aka hieroglyphics. We call it the writings of God. Simple. This is where the people who think the Bible was written by God. No, not that book. The Medunata, Book of the Dead. And that written by God and written by people talking to God, expressing their thoughts to God, what they thought about God. Remember, like the last one in the Testament, they didn't think it's going to be dug up and read, but it's information for us to know how they thought. So I get the concept. Educationally, philosophically, I understand. Morally, it's just wrong. So we used to talk. Watch this. We know about folklore. You speak it. You sit around and they tell a story. Joseph Campbell, good storytellers. Why? Good storytellers are educated people who can put into a story all the information that they need to get the story across in a story form, get the message across in story form. I practice the same concept, message and story and the message. That's the whole concept of folklore when you're talking. Folklore were lessons of our ancient ancestors. And then we moved to what? Medunata. And then we got what we call Coptic, Cuneic form. Mesopotamia, all that. Everybody got their ways to communicate. Again, when we went from speaking it and tried to write it down, we had Medunata, they called the hieroglyphics. They got Cuneic form, they got Coptic. Everybody got a way of communicating. That's all. And every different one. They showed you back in there, my man. I just stay at Egypt. I ain't in Mexico. I ain't over here. So, no, I do not. I'm not an archaeologist. I'm a teacher of a concept. I don't need to get everybody else. I got one. So about that. We use pictures to express obvious things. Even a child can understand. That's the whole purpose. It should be so simple. It ain't brain surgery. Knowing thyself and getting better at being shouldn't be brain surgery. I ain't saying you gotta go to college degree and get a bunch of letters, but the ones who do that, they're the ones who express what we learn. Why? They know. They put the time in. Better put a bunch of letters behind my name. Write some books. That don't mean nothing. You want to make a bunch of money? Yeah, you want to, yeah, but nah, I ain't beat for none of that. All right, so then what? We use theater, drama to play out the roles. This was teaching. These are ways of teaching. Everybody goes to the theater. Everybody goes to the movie. It's still, to this day, it's more popular thing going. Entertainment. Are you not entertained? As my man Jay-Z asked you. If you come to be entertained, my job is to entertain you. I'm not a dancer, singer, joke teller. I'm a teacher. So my job is to teach you. So are you being entertained? Let's get back to the lesson. Sorry. If you're doing good, watch this. You will look good. You can't see a bum, ass out. Man, you looking good. No, no, no. But if you living right, doing right, putting yourself in a better position, you feel good about yourself. That means you get up in the morning, you go to the Rigas in the bathroom, you do what you got to do, put your little clothes on. I make sure I look presentable when I come out of my house because I feel good. So if I didn't feel good, I wouldn't care how I look. So that's the whole difference. It ain't what you say, it's what you do. Now, the picture of you going living a good life should be how you carry yourself. We do it every day. Everybody get up and come out. It's a show. Back when I was doing my thing, before I walked out my door, showtime. Why? I know I put this on to give a show. Simple, same thing. It's not philosophical concept, but we use it at different areas and different aspects. But it's all the same thing. We all want to be seen, heard, and so that's what it is. Yes, we got signs and symbols been around since forever to tell us a story, aka life lessons. If we living, what better lesson do you want other than life? I'm just saying. I'm a jack of all trades. Now let it be known. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff, but I'm a master of one. The thing I master is me, life. So that's what I teach. Let's go. Yeah, I wear it. All right. Yeah, I got the eye in there, it's in there. And they keep telling you the eye is the pineal gland, the third eye, the communication. I ain't going there. Everybody doing that now. Everybody want to open up your pineal gland in 30 seconds or less, 30 minutes or less. I can open your pineal gland. They lying. They lying. I'm telling you, my pineal gland open. I opened it, and it didn't take no damn 30 minutes. 30 years. It shouldn't take that long either, but yeah, my God. They said, man, we never be. I thought I never opened. But if you start at 10, by the time you're 40, you good to go. And that's the way it was figured out in ancient times. Moving on, but that's the concept. Learn who you are early in life, and you have a long, prosperous life. Still trying to find yourself in life and living willy-nilly ain't guaranteed long life. Why? Because you're going to run into some complications, aka diseases. We don't know what causes disease, but ancients knew. I wear the three pyramids. Why? Because it means I'm awake with self-knowledge. The best knowledge you can have is self-knowledge. Self-mastery. Knowing me is the best thing I can do for me. Why? Now I can live in the world. I have a title. It means, again, I am a master of who? Myself. If you're going to give life advice, if your life ain't together, shut up. Why? You ain't got it going. Why you gonna tell me something to do that you ain't doing? Show me. I'll follow you. You lead me the right direction, I'll follow you. I go to church every week to go get the biblical message, and I ain't got a problem with that. I'll follow my pastor because I trust what he's doing is right. Simple. If you can't have discernment on what you're doing, that's on you. That ain't got to do with me. My discernment as well. Okay. I do what I do. He do what he do. We get together. I'm following him. We on this side. He following me. Been there, done that. It's called respect. That's all. And that's another thing that we really don't get to understand. Respect means I'm going to treat you the way I want you to treat me. And when you do that, there should be no problems. When there's disrespect, there's a problem. So that tells me you don't have enough respect for me to deal with me in a respectful manner. I'm not going to respect you. Understand that. Moving on. Once you master yourself, I can now teach others to do the same. Hence, sage, a teacher. I done mastered myself. Now I'm trying to teach others to do the same. So please understand, knowing who and what you're doing is knowing thyself. Now, symbology, signs and symbols. Stuff that, when you see this, the eagle, right? That's it. Sun disk, eternal life, life. The Americans got spears, weapons of mass destruction. Difference, but that's symbology. Watch this. Symbology is the study of what? Signs and what they mean, just like your God and goddess aspect of your character. Once you understand who Aset is, Asar, Haru, Set, you're supposed to master them within yourself because they're all part of your character. They tell you the Bible, the book of you, from head to toe, it breaks everything down and eternal parts. So symbology is understanding esoteric meanings when it's being taught. People come to Masonry to learn secrets that everybody else don't know, but they learn to live them. Hence, nobody hiding it. So another lesson, but that's cool. Knowledge should be freely given. That's why I'm not gonna charge you to teach you. I appreciate you tuning in. So let me do what I do to help you. So it shouldn't cost you nothing. Time, I appreciate that. Now I use my signs what to convey esoteric messages. That's what I do. That's what I teach. That's why I teach for those who what want to become awakened. I don't care if you don't like what I do. I could care less if you turn into none of that means nothing to me. I'm doing it for those who do want what I do. That's who I aspire to get to. Moving on. Ain't about who you don't watch my show. No, move on. Becoming, recognizing danger, knowing the warning signs. Some things, how about this? Animals, certain colors, you might not want to eat them. Poison, psychedelics. You eat that frog, you're gonna get rolled, you're gonna get cyberpsilin. Why? Because it's psychedelic, toxic poison. Simple. Colors represent something. So again, warning sign. What's this? When we see that big red sign, okay, when I was a kid, Okay, we put labels and warning signs on everything. It's useful information to what? Save our life, help us do things that's harmful to us. You need to be aware of those. That's right thinking philosophy. I'm trying to make you aware of certain things in your life that you can learn and live with. Simple as that. Back in my day, we had a TV show called Lost in Space, right? When robots were just coming around. They had this big robot. He's smart, he taught you, and artificial intelligence. We had it back in the 60s. Watch this. But all this thing could do when he recognized obvious danger, 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 he just flipped his on warning, warning. You don't do nothing. But they put him there to be a warning device. We use dogs for that. A dog here, something come out, he gonna bark. That's the warning device. Everybody in the hood know that. If a dog barking, everybody getting up. Why? Something's going on. That's his another lesson, but yeah, that's the concept. But they had that robot. We'll warn him. Don't warn him. He don't do nothing. Fight for me. Defend me. Protect me. That was funny. Excuse me. All right. But I use my sides to convey message again. Well, I'm not done here. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay, back. But now, the best trap, understand this. If you're going to set a trap, the best trap is the one that you realize is a trap when you're in it. That's good. When you can lure them in and get them where you want them, that's cool. And it's all about thinking and understanding how people are. Why you think we know that 85% of the people just will follow whatever somebody say and go along with it and set the tone? And if we know that, if you want 85%, that's the you problem. Then you got 10% who gonna tell the 85% what they need to do. Don't trust them either. Why? Mega preachers, politicians, them guys. hmm If you think your best, if they got your best interests at heart, you not a right thinker. Simple. I don't do politics. Why? If I know you're lying to me, why should I trust you? Moving on, that's not a lesson, but yeah, let's get this thing about signs and symbols. Certain signs you should be able to see. What people say, when it don't match what they do, they are lying. That's the sign. A telltale sign. And if your discernment is not that sharp, you don't recognize that until that's on you. I can see you in a few minutes. No, man, you full of crap. I'm moving on. Why? I ain't gonna waste my time with something that I already know. That's why. So when you have knowledge, understanding, though, you can make those decisions quickly and move on. I'm not beat for trying to figure out somebody how they are. Ain't got time. Moving on. So that's what different signs and symbols. Read the signs, especially when they're the warning signs to show you danger. Women, that Mr. Smooth, those guys, warning, danger. They're not good for you. They're temporary here. That's if you want pleasure, you want fun, you want to get hot, that's the man. That was me. Mood control. I was, man, I'm good to go. But I had to stand calm. Well, I got no, whoa. You got me confused, baby. I ain't here to stay. I was talking about one broad, excuse me. She said, you don't want your own woman. You like to use everybody else's. I said, no, but I give them what they want. They come to me. I ain't come to you. If you marry and what I got, your husband ain't giving you, you come to me. That ain't my problem. I'm gonna give it to you. Simple. That's gonna give. Yeah, I do my thing. Why? I'm here for the fun. I don't want to daddy you. I don't want to wife you. I just want to have some fun with you. But now that's become the norm. I said, I did that 4 years ago. It wasn't good then. It's got worse than now. I'm like, whoa. So we producing bad stuff and we missing all the signs, not knowing or understanding warning signs could cost you your life. Understand that? Just like the eagle. If you don't recognize him, he's going to kill you. The sign for the eagle is a man with a hatchet in his damn head. Self-destruction. That's what the ego is built for, and it will do what it do. That's what it does. If you don't stop it and control it, that's on you. Back in my day, the goal was to what? See 50 before 50. So yeah, I mean police for those who don't understand street language. Before you saw them, if you see them first, you can maneuver and do what you need to do to look. You know how everybody see when you see a police car, everybody must straighten up. But they know if you was relaxed before you saw them and you tense up when you see them, that's a sign of guilt. You're doing something wrong. When the parents, you in the room doing something, your parents walk in, you start doing that. That means what? You're doing something wrong. Garden of Eden, when they did the wild thing, and God come up, they do scary, try to hide. It's all based on the signs and symbols. Some of us don't recognize some of the signs. That's all. Moving on. And a lot of us, life is all about signs. Now, let's talk about this skull and crossbone thing. What that mean? To a fraternity, to the rich aristocrats, it's our club. It represents Illuminati. That's what it is. Okay, it's a sign. Skull and crossbones mean what? Come on now. Death. If you see a skeleton on the desert, with them, he died. He didn't plan. He didn't plan to cross this desert. Why? He obviously didn't have provisions. He wasn't well prepared to handle what was out here, and it will kill you. The ego is the same way. It will kill you if you don't acquiesce to it and control it. Simple as that. Watch this. We have cleaning aids supplies that we use to, clean the house, all that stuff. But don't all of them have them big signs saying don't drink, don't splash in the eyes, right out this, that, and the other. Yeah, those are warnings. Simple. If you see a skull and crossbones on a label, you gonna drink that? See, it's the indicator. No, you might not want to do that. Simple as that. So those are warning signs. Warning signs are what? There to what? Tell you what to do and what not to do. Why? Because it could hurt you, aka it's poisonous, it's deadly, it could kill you. We need to teach our children about our ego in the same manner. Learn the warning sign. If doing something bad to people makes you feel good, if taking something from somebody makes you feel good, you're not a good person. That's the sign right there. Hello. Moving on. Oh, I'm way past time. I'm sorry. I was going to take the time, but no, I don't want to do that. Wrap it up. Again, I appreciate your time. Hope you get the lesson. Let's go with the hatchet to the head. What that mean? Egyptians, meaning you are set. You're going to self-destruct. Simple as that. We as parents, when we see our children do good things, we feel good about that. I never forget my mom, my best friend from childhood. He's a thief, simple as that. But I love this guy because he was cool and but he was my man. And my mother told me she didn't hang out a day with him, didn't spend time with him, nothing. She said that boy still a stink out of shit. And she was so right. I still tell her to this day, I don't know how you did that, but as a parent now, I get it. Why? Because you can see certain things. She saw the signs. Sorry about that. Moving on, yeah. And every time my daughter brought somebody home, I'm looking at that person. I'm looking for the signs. What, yeah, come on, I'm sizing them up. We all do that. It's not judging, it's observing, reading, and recognizing the sign. And that's done every day, all day. It should be. That's the way of life. Why? You should know your friend from foe. Lowest level on the spectrum, recognizing when to fight or flight. That's instincts. So you should use them. They're for you. They're given to you. God. If that don't scream, watch this. The hieroglyphic sign of ego is the man that has his head. If that don't scream self-destruction, just call me crazy. But I'm not doing that. My ego had me for a long time. And that's why I know when you don't get the best of him, you're going to have a rough time. Understand that. And understand in life, the warning signs and idea is to let you don't be like Seth. Everybody wants to be like Mike, right? They flying around there. Want to be like Mike. I want to be like Mike. Who wants to be like Seth? A lot of us will say, I don't, but a lot of us are and don't even know it. I tell you, the devil tell you, I got 98% of God's people because they are ignorant of their true selves. So I don't help them out with that. Okay, God works us for that. Them 2% that I don't have, He got a big hell field. Why? You got 98% of people you got to convince that what they're doing is wrong, and that's impossible. Why? Because they believe what they're doing is right. Be like Seth. Why? He kills himself, and guess what? Anybody that he come in contact with, he did his brother. He don't care. Remember, Seth is ego. Ego is acronym for what? Edging God out. You identify yourself with I. But if you don't put the am, you on your own. So that means you edge God out. Ain't no room for God with the ego is running control. No, no, no. Get out of here, God. I don't need you. But when the common sense comes to play again, when you got to deal with the reality of what the ego sets you through, you calling for God now. Now you want God. See? So understand that's what the ego is, individually. The ego is self-destructive to itself and even others who follow him. Why? Because of their ignorance. And he know that he got a bunch of followers. He know they love. Why? The devil is relishing in knowing he got God's 98% of God's people. The 2% that he don't have, he said those are what? Right thinkers. I gave the lesson. He said the person who thinks on his own, the person who can find that mate that thinks like them, works with them, I can't touch them. Become untouchable, know thyself. That's my point. I teach, watch this, right thinkers to become what? Haru. The real you, that's what I do for you. That's how you become untouchable to your lower self. Set, conquer him, defeat him. That's the name of the game in life. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I enjoyed it.